Okay. We should be live. I hope, if all goes well. I'm very professional, as you see. As my camera sinks lower. Let me... Okay. I'm very professional at my job. Okay, there we go. Lovely stuff. Here we are. Hello, Ninja. Hello, Wicked Racer. Although Wicked Racer, I think your message was a while ago because this has been kind of scheduled for a while. Hello, Ninja. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you around either on PlayStation or on a stream or anything like that. Hello, the Game Cat Andrew Ehrenreich. A very familiar name for me. Hello, Ninja. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Essentially, like the plan for today and essentially what I want to do live stream wise is not that often, but like maybe once a month, usually more scheduled than this. I just know I have free time right now. And of course, we've got Phasmophobia coming out fairly soon. So that's going to take up a lot of free time and a couple games between now and then. But I want to do something live because I enjoy doing live stuff. I just don't always have an excuse to, because unfortunately there isn't a state of play every month, which is kind of the perfect excuse to do a live stream. The VR has been collecting dust, Ninja. That's a no-no. That is. We'll stop it collecting dust once Phasmophobia comes out. I think that'll be the same for me. But essentially, yeah, we're gonna be playing some video game today. Obviously, in the modern age of streaming and entertainment, I can't just sit here and talk. It can't just be me, because people get bored. So we're gonna be playing some Halo today. Just as a bit of background noise, the stream is still PSVR2 focused. We're just gonna be talking about PSVR2, but as for something for me to cognitively keep me engaged, and for you guys as well, we'll probably boot up some Halo Combat Evolved and have a look. Okay. Oh my god, I've got a lot of people coming in. Any more info on Resi 7 coming to PSVR2? No. I mean, yes, in terms of it's popped up on other retailers as well. I think mostly on Australia, but in terms of any like actual word about it or any more leaks, unfortunately not. That is actually, I have a list of topics here to cover on my second monitor. I would bring them up to my main monitor, but I fear that would make me look very, very unprofessional because they're very like crude. But that is one of the topics that is on there we're talking about today, because it's quite a chunky one to get into because there's so many variables about whether or not it's going to come over or what the possibility of Capcom doing that are. So yeah, we'll talk about it, but at the moment the long answer is no, the short answer is no. But yeah, we'll get into that a little bit. Are you going to do a review of Aces of Thunder when it comes out by KiwiBird? Yes. It kind of depends. Yeah, let me talk you a bit through the content strategy. Basically, if a game's coming out, if I can get my hands on it beforehand, if I can get in touch with the dev and do that, I'll probably put a review together, and then that'll come out on when the embargo lifts. If it's a game that will just drop, like the Whitewater kayaking game that's coming out tomorrow, I have scoured far and wide for the developer on that one. Couldn't find them. So for a game like that, I will do it probably on the day. It'll come out the day after. Same with Aces of Thunder. I will probably, if I haven't been able to get in contact with Gaijin, unfortunately. I'll keep trying, and hopefully I'll be able to. But we'll essentially see where we are with that. If I get it beforehand, I'll do it on the day. If I get it after, I'll do kind of like a first impressions thing the day after, because unfortunately a part of this kind of gig is speed. You have to kind of be there when something releases. If you can't be on the embargo date, too bad, get it as soon as. But we'll see. I'll definitely cover it because I know that's the one people are really excited for. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, if people are gifting already, man, what the fuck? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, I'll get to the messages people put before that, but before I read any more comments, thank you, the Game Cat Andrew Amrock, and thank you, Spencer Drake, for both gifting memberships. Andrew Enright gifted to Spencer Drake, and then Spencer Drake gifted to Macho X3, the real estate procrastinating game cat. That's a name I can relate to. Not real estate, but procrastinating. Thank you guys. That's amazing. Ah, you're too kind. Honestly, you're too kind. But yeah, you two are two names that I recognize very often from comment sections. Thank you. And that's the thing about live streaming. I can kind of hop in and I can be very, you know, I can talk directly to you guys live through the power of the internet. Okay, let's scroll back up. I will not stop thanking you two for the next hour, probably. But yeah, where were we at before I got distracted by the kindness of you guys? Spencer was saying earlier, glad to see you live once again. Yeah, I want to make it kind of like a monthly thing if I can. That'd be really cool. Because I just enjoy talking. I really didn't enjoy live streaming the first couple of times I did it. Because there's too much stuff going on and my brain gets completely overwhelmed. And there's like, especially on Without Parole, I love being on Without Parole. I really do. And now there's no problem at all. The first time I went on Without Parole, I was shitting myself because there were like 500 people live watching. And I was like, how? I've never spoken to a crowd this large in real time before. I've done public speaking before, in front of real crowds, but nothing like online. And not to that many people. Terrifying. Can't wait for Phasmophobia, says Dizzy Oliver. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Played Crossfire co-op yet? No, that is one that I'm really meaning to get to. After doing the Arizona Sunshine co-op video the other day, I was kind of thinking, what other video games can I do that with? And that's one of them. I really enjoyed playing Crossfire with the gun stock that I got, though. We'll have a bit of show and tell later. I got some stuff to cover about, like, Vendetta Forever and things. I got a few merch goodies I want to show off. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen them already, but they're pretty cool. Whatever happened to Golf Plus coming to PSVR 2? I haven't really heard much about Golf Plus, to be honest. I can inquire on that one if you would like. Hello from Poland. Hello. It's actually mad how many people are just from around the world, not in Britain. It's ridiculous. Like, that blows my mind. When I think I put out, in one of my videos, one of my No Man's Sky videos, I want to say, earlier this year, I kind of had an offhand comment in the video being like, hey, wherever you're from, put it in the comments. And people were like, oh, I'm from, like, East Estonia or something. Yeah, that's just an example. I don't know if somebody actually put that, but yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Hello, Hazit Mirza, another very, very familiar name. Obviously, but yeah, I mean, there are a couple of people, that's the thing, with like Patreon and that and members, I shout them out every video, but you guys are now, you're rent-free in my head now. Each of your names are rent-free in my head, which is a very good thing because I'm very grateful for everything you guys have done for the channel. Phasmo coming out 29th. Yes, it is. Very excited for it. Is the PSVR 2 your main VR headset? Yes, it is. I have used Quest. Quest is great, but as for like a lot of the people I play with in my personal life who aren't VR gamers or on PS5, so it's easier for me to kind of play with them on there, say if we're in a party or whatever. It also now works with PC, obviously, so that's fantastic. And that's become my main PC VR headset. The only bad thing about that is connecting the controllers. It just gets old after a while. It takes a while to kind of swap back and forth. And I used to use a DPVR E4. I do actually have a Pimax Crystal coming, I think, for review for a loaner kit, which is cool. But yeah. Will you be doing any Arkham Shadow reviews? No. I would love to kind of, I don't know, part of me would be like, I'd love to branch out to other VR platforms, but I do a bit of PC, and those videos do like well. That's obviously not the main factor of why I make videos, is to be like, this'll bang with the algorithm, you know? But yeah, it's one of the ones where I'm not sure what that would do to the PSVR 2 like community we've got here in terms of, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one, but I don't think I'll do an Arkham Shadow review because, one, I don't have a Quest with me currently right now. I've just got my PSVR 2 here, so that's pretty much limiting me. But yeah, it's a tough one. I'm all over a lot in terms of what balance of PSVR 2 and non-PSVR 2 videos I should do, whether I should do any Quest or PCVR. And I do PCVR a bit, but it's mostly PSVR 2 here, and I think people like it that way. I like it that way. I think I would go insane trying to cover everything in minute detail like I do with PSVR 2. There's always something to talk about every day, and that I don't know if I can handle any more than that. What else we got? Hello, Wicked Racer. Welcome back. I saw your comment earlier waiting in the waiting room. You're in Australia. That's sick. And will I do any more Pavlov? Yes. It's a tough one with Pavlov. I did a load of it when it came out on PSVR2, and I loved doing it. Like, the lobbies are so priceless. But it's the lack of new content is kind of hard to keep it fresh. And I didn't want to just become the Pavlov guy, you know. But yeah, we'll return to Pavlov at some point. Phasmophobia is going to be the big one that has like those style of funny moments videos over the next month. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like sinking my teeth into a new game and being able to do those videos that kind of just mesh really well, like really easily in terms of making funny and enjoyable content for me to make and hopefully for you guys to watch. And it has proximity chat. I just hope that the proximity chat gets picked up in-game. Or through the recording, I mean. Because sometimes I have problems with that. Hello from Colorado, Italy, Australia. I've only been to one of those places. Oh no, technically I've been to two. Italy, I've been to Rome. Fantastic place. Colorado, I've never been to. Never been over that direction, really. Continent-wise. Australia, I have landed in there for a couple of hours when I was younger. I landed in Brisbane. Hello, Vincent's Games. Hello, Brass Lantern. Somebody also asked what gun stock I have. It's free VR real estate. I'll go get it. I'll show you. Right. Oh, I can't even fit it in frame. There you go. It's a Pro Tube. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. They're kind of expensive, even the base models, because they're like, that one's made of like carbon. It's like a carbon tube. But they do a non-carbon version that's like 60 quid. This one's like 120. But yeah, they're fairly expensive pieces of kit, but it is really like robust feeling and really light as well, which is what you need. Yeah, that's the gun stock I have. There are other options, obviously, but that's the only one I've really had hands-on time with, so I wouldn't really be comfortable recommending you anything else. Because I don't know. Never used any other one. We need you as a dedicated PSVR2 content creator. Brian needs a break every now and then. He does. He puts in so much work into his stuff, man. It's so kind of admirable to see that. And he's just an all-round great guy, is Brian, honestly. He's genuinely one of the nicest. I've never had a not nice interaction with any VR content creators at all. But Brian's one of the ones where every interaction I've had with him has been either helpful in terms of straight up content wise, or he's just been genuinely just a really nice person to talk to. I'm on standalone PC and PSVR2, so I like all videos. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people are on all boats, honestly. And that's why I try and do some PCVR stuff here and there. That's also why I like to do some like normal VR stuff as well. Like I've got up here these, which are, I literally forgot what the camera was, even though it's right in front of me. They're the X-Real Air 2s, and they're like AR glasses, so you can watch movies on these. I got 3D movies working on them a little while ago. It's really cool. It's like having monitors, basically, you can take anywhere with you, which is sick. And I'm doing another review, I think, for a kind of like a competitor brand for this. Not like to spite these guys or anything, just because the tech is there now. There's kind of a bit of an arms race with the AR glasses. So I like to branch out a bit, but overall PSVR2 is the main thing. Which lenses do you recommend buying for PSVR2? Boy, have I got a lens brand for you. VR Rock, baby, in the description. I think they're in the description of this live stream. They're the ones I use. They've been on my PSVR2 for, oh God, since I reviewed them, which was like last year. And they're genuinely just like pretty great. I've got the non-magnetic ones. So, because I have a really small IPD, so my lenses are really close together. And the magnetic ones don't really have that much space for your nose if you have a lower IPD, which I do. So I go with the non-magnetic ones, but they're very good. Pavlov can become a bit competitive. Well, it can be that repetitive. You said Brass Lantern. Yeah, you're right. It's just like kind of because there's no mods on PlayStation due to like IP differences, I guess, and like Sony doesn't really like modding. Yeah, it can be a bit. I do need to try out 24-player push on PC, though. Yes, I do. Wicked Racer, can I ask you about anything or only VR stuff? There's no, like, I'm not going to come to your house and beat you up if you ask me any other, like, non-VR questions. So, go for it. I want to find some more horror VR games to play through before the month ends. Play most of the big ones. Any underrated ones you'd recommend? PS5 or PC? Ooh. I mean, obviously you can, like, rattle off, like, Propagation. Vampire the Masquerade is also a cool one, but it's less horror-focused. It's, like, Halloween-focused. Kind of that vibe, but it's not really horror-like. Cosmodread is fairly underrated. God, my mind's gone blank now. There are quite a few. If anybody else has any more, just let them know in the comments, because more will come to my head as I think. But there are quite a few, I want to say, that are like pretty underrated. PC-wise, I'll have to look. I mean, my Steam library's right here. I'm honestly, I was like, we're gonna play some Halo soon, just as a bit of background noise, but I'm getting caught up in the comments now. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep thinking, but horror-wise, if you're looking for flat-screen games as well, I really like Soma. Soma's really good. There might be a VR mod for that on PC, to be honest. If you've not tried the Alien Isolation PC VR mod, if you can get that working, that's really good as well. And any like UEVR horror game, I played Still Wakes the Deep with UEVR, and that was really, really good. So I'd recommend that. Yes. Okay. Question. PSVR2 with the adapter's been okay, but the offset on the controllers is slightly different from the Quest. Throws me off. Any global offset options you know of? Is that on the PC adapter? Okay. Not that I know of in terms of anything I played around with, but surely Steam would have something like that, right? I'd be very surprised if it didn't. Because that's like something that I'd expect to be on PC to be able to do that. I haven't used any other headset for a little while now, so I don't notice the offset because I'm not going back and forth. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look for that. Press 3 PSVR2 and PCVR here, but do prefer PS5 unless something is not available there. That's the thing. It's availability as well. We're getting a lot of games now on PSVR2, which is really good. But yeah, it's like it's becoming better for us on PSVR2, especially like on a creator side of things. Most of the games that are coming out now will come to PSVR2 eventually. But from a consumer perspective, as somebody who focuses on PSVR2 as a platform, I do have to cater for that, which isn't a bad thing. But it's just kind of the reason why maybe sometimes I don't cross over to other avenues. Match 3 X Gaming says Jammy the Goat. Thank you, man. Thank you. Brass Lantern, Phasmo will put the shits up as well. Yes, it will. I've honestly, it's sunk in now. I'm actually going to boot up some Halo now because I would like to play some Halo CE. Do this in the background. Because I need something visually for you guys because I feel like I'm too boring. But yeah, it's sinking in now a bit that it's gonna be a fairly scary time. You know, it's not gonna be an easy funny game. It is gonna be funny, but I mean, like even some of like the Roblox games kind of scared me a little bit back in the day. You know, some of the Rec Room horror maps were a bit too scary for me, and now we got Phasmo coming, the real deal. Seems like you're a long time since the Battlefield Portal days. Luckily, you're also in my other hobby, VR. Keep up the good times. Lauren Thal, oh my god, I remember playing... Did you do the Front Lines game mode on Battlefield, I want to say? So I think it was Front Lines. I remember playing in a lobby with you on Portal. If for those of you who don't know, before I did a lot of the PSVR2 stuff, I did essentially Battlefield for a year and a half, and Lauren Thal was one of the creators there in Portal, which was like the community thing, which was really cool. I honestly prefer your videos over without prolonged gamer tag. Obviously, it's preference. I'm never going to sit here and go, good, yes, don't watch those guys, because they're fantastic creators, man. But whoever you prefer, if you prefer me, thank you so much. If you watch them, absolutely fair enough. That's great. Which do you prefer, single or multiplayer? Ooh, it depends on my mood. Sometimes both, sometimes none. Sometimes I want to be on my own. Sometimes I want to do things with other people. It depends on the mood, yeah. Need to try Dread Halls. I need to try Dread Halls as well, Andrew Ehrenreich. Hey Jamie, Minecraft came to PS5, but I really want PSVR2 support for that version of the game. Me too. We're going to hop into some Halo CE as well, just to give you some shooty in the background. My favorite mission in the game. Yeah, cool. We'll go normal, because I need to be... We're not going infinite ammo. I need to be able to focus on chat as well. What's this about Halo? Oh, no, we're just basically, as we speak, and kind of talk about PSVR2, I want to have something in the background for you guys to not get incredibly bored of what I'm doing. So, Halo it is. God, I was asking about... Somebody was asking about Minecraft, about the PS5 version. Yeah, I kind of wish it would come to PSVR 2, but I don't think it will. Microsoft don't really like do that sort of thing a lot of the time. Not anymore, anyway, which sucks. I'll check out Soma and Alien Isolation. Yeah, Soma's really cool, even just for a flat-screen game. Hello, Fat Controllers, another familiar name. Okay. Time to lock in. What's up, Jamie? Yeah, what's about Halo? Answered that. David VR. Hello, Jamie. Any plans for a Phasmophobia screen? I will be screaming, but not screening. With your subscribers, a stream. I think that'd be cool. I think the only thing really would be lobby size. Like, that's the one thing for Pavlov as well, where I'm like, I can't really sort out big Pavlov lobbies because it's like 10 people max on PSVR 2, I think, which is really, really annoying. Because I want to do some stuff with subs, you know? That would be cool. For the start of Phasmophobia, at least, I will be... Oh my god, I've just tried to grenade. I've killed... Rip Marine. Yeah, for the start of Phasmophobia, I will be doing some stuff with, like, Electrical Outcast. Basically, like the Pavlov group, just because... Not just because they're familiar faces and I know that it's fun to record with them, but because, you know, I've genuinely gotten to know those guys over the last year of being on the platform. It's crazy to think about. I would not, you know, I wouldn't know anybody from the videos like them if I hadn't got into the headset and gone into the YouTube thing, which is crazy. But I'll be playing with them when it comes out, essentially. Emu VR, I need to kind of have a look into Emu VR and stuff like that, really. Not a name I'm really familiar with, I'm not going to lie, but I have heard that kind of thrown around a bit. What games can I show my friends as a gentle introduction to PSVR, but at the same time wow them? Horizon Call the Mountain Boat Ride. I put them on that. Kayak VR is also an easy one. It's one of the ones where, essentially, last year for my studies, some of my friends I met through my studies, basically, we would get together and kind of play VR once a week, and I'd bring my PSVR 2 and show them. And Kayak VR was one of the ones where people really liked it because it's really easy to do because you're just doing like motion controls, but it's also graphically amazing. So if you want one that's gonna be easy for people to latch onto, especially if they're like outdoorsy people, that's really cool. The Whitewater VR game maybe tomorrow that's coming out as well might be good, but we'll see if that game is any good first before I recommend that. Do you think PSVR 2 will be cheap with Black Friday next month? God, it's next month already. That's crazy. Maybe. I know that Black Friday sometimes has, I think in the past, done for PSVR 1. It has basically come out and... Oh my god, I've hit my wire. And has brought down the price. I could see it happening, yeah. I don't think it'll be as drastic as it was, you know, way back. God, I want to say way back, but it was not too long ago. With the last price reduction for PSVR 2. I don't think it'll be as drastic as that, but it will be enough so that some people will come in and buy it. And maybe they'll do another promotion with like Netflix or something, because that really seemed to work last time. God, a lot more comments. Everyone's commenting different things. That's amazing. Thank you all. I thought you were about to play Halo in VR for a second. I would like to do some like proper VR streams. Today I was feeling a little bit under the weather this morning, and I wanted to stream, but I didn't want to do a VR stream because I think I'd collapse. And then I spent this morning finishing the Vendetta Forever review, which luckily people seem to like the look of that, which I'm really happy about because it's a great game. It's really hard to get across the how the game plays. On the flat like video, it doesn't do it justice at all. Like, at all. It's genuinely... You can tell me I'm playing Halo Infinite because I'm pressing the wrong buttons for things. But yeah, it doesn't get across the frenetic action of that game that you feel in the headset while you're playing it, because on the flat screen it just doesn't have that. Yeah, it's the same with like Blade and Sorcery. You can kind of fix that with the camera tools for Blade and Sorcery, but you can't do that for PSVR 2 because you're stuck. Which is, I still think the PSVR 2... tools for recording, even just in the console, are good, but on PC obviously you can mess with so much that it's just like it's so much easier to get things looking exactly how you want them. I need a weapon. Oh no. Hello, Jackals. I saw a comment, one of you guys just said, Assault in the Control Room is also a good level. Hell yeah, it is. Give Vendetta Forever a score 1 out of 10. I want to say 8, 7.5, probably 8. That's the thing, I feel so iffy about giving scores because it's just how I feel, and for video games in general, and also just for VR in general, I'm a very positive person, and I think a lot of you know that now, after the last year or so. I will kind of say it how it is if I really didn't like something, but on the most part, I just enjoy video games, and if something makes me happy, even despite its flaws, I will be gushing about the thing that made me happy about it. But I'd give Vendetta Forever like a 7.5 or an 8, yeah. I think. It's a good ass game. It's a fun time. And there's also quite a lot of content in there as well. If you enjoyed Super Hot or Pistol Whip, then you're probably gonna have a good time with that. I can't find the melee button ever. I want to see Space Junkies on PSVR2 from PSVR1. Yeah, there's a lot of games like that where I really would love a PSVR2 upgrade, Wipeout being one of them, Skyrim VR. I saw somebody doing like a little tirade on Twitter about it. That's the wrong word. That sounds really antagonizing. But they basically did like a little roundup on Twitter being like, these are games I really love on PSVR1. We need them on PSVR2. And they were tagging Sony. I was tagging a couple of the threads as well. And I did retweet them because I agreed, and there are so many games like that that I want to see them come over. Blood and Truth is another one that I didn't really appreciate enough on PSVR 1. I need to get my PSVR 1 like out again and do some content with that. I think that'd be fun. Jacksonville, Florida here. Hello. Are you all right after the Florida like hurricane happened? I know that was a big thing, wasn't it? Hopefully everything's good for you there. What do you say? I was going to get the PS5 Pro when they released the possible GTA 6 bundle. You think it's worth getting now for VR? Don't buy the PS5 Pro for VR, I'm going to say, because we have no idea what it's going to do. Whether it's going to improve it at all, whether it's going to, like, not do anything. Yeah, I would say just don't make that purchase with VR in mind, because Sony are not transparent at all about anything, and they're not about this. They haven't said anything about VR improvements apart from the PSSR upscaling. It's just like a little anagram, whatever, for just like pisser, isn't it? It's not a very good name. But they basically haven't said anything apart from the upscaling, and we don't even know what the benefits of the upscaling will be. We just know that it will be compatible with some games. So don't spend your £700 or dollars on a PS5 Pro on the potential of a VR upgrade, because I don't think that's worth it. But, you know, if it comes out and people test it who have a PSVR 2 and they really like it and it does like loads of improvements, then yeah. Hello, Mighty Dude VR, another very familiar name in the VR scene. This guy got a VR treadmill for review the other day. And when I basically, on Twitter, Marty put, I've got something cool coming, and I knew it was a VR treadmill. Because I also got the offer for one, and I won't be reviewing one because I don't have anywhere to put it. But please keep an eye on Marty's channel for that, because that's a really cool piece of tech, and I can't wait to see what he thinks about it. Because VR treadmills will be coming on in the next couple of years, fully. And they'll be a hell of a lot better than they are now. Even though now they are still viable for a little, like, fun novelty, I think. And some people do, like, fully incorporate them into their setup. Okay, Push Square gave Vendetta Forever 9 out of 10. I can see that as well. My 7.5 was more trying to be not my usual self. And my usual self is very, very positive. In terms of pure vibes, it's a 9 out of 10. In terms of maybe the amount of the amount of content and maybe the replayability for some people, maybe that bring it down a bit. That's why I gave it, 7.5 or 8 when you asked me earlier. But yeah, I could see why somebody would give it a 9. I'm going to get killed here. Playing video games is hard when you're speaking. Yeah, you get the rest of your VR treadmill today? Hell yeah. I'm excited for you. I will eventually get around to it, I think. But at the moment, something like that is just not really viable for me, which sucks. But I'm glad that you've got one, because you always do good reviews. I still have my PSVR 1 connected to my PS4 Pro in my spare room. I run it without a monitor and use my headset for the display. That's a smart idea. I'd love to do something like that. Maybe I should. I did actually get rid of my PS4 though, so maybe. I mean, I think I'll just link it up to my PS5 when I next get the chance. Like, it's one of the ones where there are a couple of games where it's like some emulation stuff, right? I go back in for the nostalgia hit, but I don't know if I'd really spend that much time realistically in it. So, yeah, we'll see. I can't get those. I live in a second floor apartment. Yeah, that's the thing. Right now I'm in a flat, so I have no space for it. Back where I come from, I say, I would be able to fit it, but it would just kind of not be the most convenient. And also companies like that also do have like requirements for basically for hardware like that. It's a very normal thing having like requirements for hardware reviews. So you need to get this many views, or you need to do like this promotional campaign for it. And at the moment, I didn't know if I could hit all of those requirements comfortably anyway, in terms of wanting to be creatively like free with something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of factors going into stuff like that, mainly the space though at the moment. So that's why I'm excited to see what Marty does with it. So yeah, we'll see. Is it worth getting into the Radius for PSVR2 or stay with the PCVR version? You've got a 3070. There's not less jank on the PSVR2 version, is your main question there. It's the same game, exactly the same game. It does have benefits of running really solidly, at least in my experience. Some people did report in like the factory area especially, the game hit like kind of messed up and hitched a little bit. I didn't really run into that, but I know that does exist. But for the most part, it is rock solid performance. The haptics are great, but if you're looking for less jank and you've already got the game and you're happy with it, especially on a 3070, you should be able to run that pretty well. Don't think there's any need if you're happy with what you got. Hello, Lauren Thol saying Marty as well. We've got a whole crossover here. Everyone's recognizing everyone. We love that. I did the same. My telly's in the living room, but my PS5 and PSVR2 are in the bedroom, so I use PSVR2 as a monitor all the time. That's actually, like, it's something I use those, like, AR glasses for. How do I turn on my flashlight in this game? Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, it's something that I use the AR glasses for. It's not something I use the PSVR2 for, though, but I know a lot of people do. Because the OLED screens are genuinely really good. Like, if you're going to use any headset as a monitor, same with the AR glasses, those are OLED, which is just fantastic. But if you're going to use any anything as a monitor, the PSVR2 is really good for it, because your color accuracy is going to be really good, your dynamic range is going to be really good. I don't think it can do VRR, I don't think. Maybe it can, actually. Not sure about the technical side of that. But, yeah. Marty will become super fit on that treadmill. Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't have one, because I can't run that far, you know. Don't want to. Exercise is the enemy of the VR player. I need my PSVR 1 for Blood and Truth and Resi 7. Hopefully Resi 7 will be coming to PSVR 2 if the leaks are correct, which I'm not 100% sure that they are. But who knows? If we're lucky, maybe it will.
That should open the door that leads into the main shaft.
Anyone play Batman yet? I would like to know that as well. How are you finding Batman? From the clips I've seen, looks very, very good. I'm quite excited for it. Like, in terms of the impact it'll have getting flat screen gamers in. Because I've seen a lot of... It's always the way when an IP gets brought over to VR, is like some people are really not happy with it. Like, I saw a lot of people on Twitter being like, congratulations all 2 VR users on the Batman launch. And I was like, that's kind of funny, but it's not really the way the market is right now. There's, what, 20 million Quest headsets out there? Batman has been quite the workout. Yeah, I imagine. The punching looked really visceral. That's really cool, though. Yeah, it's one of the ones where I'd love to see it on PSVR 2 eventually. I don't think that'll happen, though. But, yeah. A win for Quest is a win for VR in terms of finances, though. So, what can I say? I'm happy with how it's done. Can I survive this? Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Oh, GameCat Andrew Ehrenreich. With the $5 tip, man. I sound like Brian then. That's how Brian... I'll do it in Brian's voices. I can't do it. I can't do American accent. It's the... Yeah. But that sounded like a hymn line with a $5 tip. But yeah. Thank you so much, man. Took a trip to Arizona this morning. The people there are not nice. Weather's great though. Very sunny. I know what you mean. I've been to those parts. Is that really what America's like? Any of you Americans? Any of you from Arizona? Is that what it's like there? Do you just get assaulted by people? Is that Is that all that happens? Because that's all that happened when I went. Everyone hyped out Hitman as well. Yeah, me too. But thank you, Andrea Amreich. That's actually so appreciated, man. You are just too generous. I hope that a lot of good fortune comes your way. Because that is simply silly, the amount of support you give me over the last, like, months. Are you in touch with the devs of Subside? Updates on releasing this year or not? So far, I think they're still aiming for this year. I haven't heard anything else in terms of a release window for month or, like, anything like that. But as far as I can tell, they're still aiming for this year. So we'll see if they hit that. If not, probably early next year. But we'll see. I'm hoping this year. What have I stopped here for? Some ammo. Actually, I'm going inside. I don't want a rocket launcher. I'm good. Also, if you... Oh, no. If you haven't played Halo, what are you doing? If you got a PSVR2 port, I would never leave. I don't think Batman will come to PSVR2. Me neither. Hitman's going to be fire. Yes. I actually... Because that's one of the ones where I won't be able to get a key for it. Which is completely fine. As a creator, you want to be there day one as soon as possible. And I know some outlets will get hands-on with it before I do. That's just how the game is played. That's completely fine. So I have bought Hitman. I bought the entire Light collection, so I'm really excited for that. It was on sale. I think it's on sale at the moment. If you haven't got Hitman and you want to get it ahead of its PSVR2 compatibility thing, like the £10 upgrade, it's on sale right now, I think, for like 35 quid or something. With all of the DLC, or all of the games at least. So all of that's going to be in VR, which is great. So please go and get it. Arizona's hot as shit, yeah. Great to see you on live Q&A. It's great to be here. I said at the start of the stream, I want to do live stuff every now and then. Maybe once a month, whether there's a state of play or not. Always, well, of course, then when there's a state of play, I'm always going to be there because I really enjoy them. But I also just want an excuse to come, like, go live, especially days like today where I did finish up a review this morning, but I wanted to be a bit more productive with the content stuff, so I'm here. Starting from scratch with Hitman on PSVR2. Me too. I've played Hitman 3 once, but that's it. So it's going to be a first for me too. If that's what you mean. Arizona is hot as shit. Would make me super grumpy too. Yeah. People in Chicago are nice, but rarely initiate friendly conversation. It sounds like Britain. Everyone's like pretty nice, but nobody's going to like come up to you and be like, say hello. It's always, yeah, no. Usually it's just like you keep to yourself. But that's okay. That's all right. That's how we do things here. Is there a release date for Hitman? Oh, if somebody else could check, I'm going to check that for you, actually. I'm going to check. Quick verification. I think it's December, right? Or is it just December? I think it might just be December. Yeah, it's just the month of December is the release date for it. How good is Redacted? I don't know what you mean by that. What is redacted? Am I being silly? Don't know what that means. Only a tenner for the upgrade on Hitman. Yes, that is honestly like probably the biggest thing for me. Where I was like, okay, I need to buy this because the upgrade's so cheap. Because the like ultimate edition or whatever is like £80 usually, and on sale it's 35. That's like a no-brainer. So that's what I went for. I did tweet about it a little while ago. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be my first real Hitman exposure. I still have my OG Xbox with Halo hooked up to an old CRT TV. Never let go. Yeah, I do have an original Xbox, not here with me, but I do have one as well. But not with the CRT TV. I think that would be pure vibes, though. I am also looking at getting a Steam Deck soon as well. Mostly to have Halo on the go, which sounds kind of sad, but I'm kind of excited for that. Because I'm going for the OLED, though, if any of you guys have a Steam Deck. That's the one I'm going for. Halo is a timeless classic. Probably the first game that I played as a kid, I would say, would be Halo CE. Oh my god, Canadian $10. Oh my god, okay, hang on, I need to pause. More donation, what the fuck, man? Thank you, guys. Let me just blitz through these comments, and then I'll be at your donation. Own Hitman 3, might have been a PS Plus to get. Will I be able to get the VR upgrade? You might need the full pack for that, but just check. Here in Ireland, people are too friendly. Strangers chat to me all the time. Boo. Have you played the new Kayak game yet? No, I'm going to be buying that tomorrow because I cannot find any information for the developer, like the dev at all or the publishing company. I've searched everywhere, but I can't, so I'm going to get it tomorrow. And then the video should be up the day after tomorrow if you're interested. So if you want to hold off for a review, I'll let you know by that point. Redacted is a game you've played but under embargo. There's nothing under embargo at the moment. I'm free. Soon I won't be free though. Soon Metro will be in the hands of creators. Not like within the next, what day is it? It's a little while off, but it's before the release date. So that'll be the next redacted one. Okay. Yeah, everyone's asking about the upgrade path to Hitman. I have no fucking clue. Honestly, I'm just in the dark as you guys are. It's so confusing. Yeah, High Phase with the Canadian $10. Thank you so much. If that's how you pronounce your name, I'm assuming it is. Hi, Jamie. In your VR Rock segment, you mentioned the magnetic clip-on model interferes with your small IPD. I'd like to know if you set yours at the minimal distance or slightly extended. I'm at the very, very minimal distance. First and foremost, thank you so much for that donation. That's actually crazy. Thank you. But I'm at the minimal distance, so I'm like right at the. Let me show you what I mean actually. So, yeah, I'm literally at like. I can't figure out where to do things. So that's like the IPD. That's widest, and then I'm literally here at minimal. So the actual lens is here. They have a little cut out there. You see that like bit? Let me make this focus. Yeah, you see that little cut out there? It kind of goes solid, and then that bit's for my is for my nose because my IPD is really low. So if you want the non-magnetic ones, I think they still do the non-magnetic ones. I know they flagship the magnetic ones, and for most people those will be all good. But if you want that little cutout, I think that the new magnetic ones do have a bit of a cutout, but these ones have a big one, and they're also cheaper, I think. But they're the ones that I use all the time. But yeah, thank you for that donation. That's ridiculous. But yes, I am just literally right at the edge. I'm the closest IPD possible. Hello, Cosmonaut. Russell Bland says, smash that like button if you haven't already. Thank you. I need to scroll down. Love my Steam Deck, says Andrew Ehrenreich. Do you? I would like some not clarification on that, but what is your use case for your Steam Deck? Because I'm already like, I've been watching videos on the Steam Deck for months now, so I'm kind of like sitting there seeing what people think, but I'd love like one of you guys, obviously if you have your use case for it and whatever you play, where you play, I'd love to know. Hope you're doing well, says Cosmonaut. Thank you, man. Likewise. Hitman VR is a paid DLC, but it will like kind of be a paid DLC that accesses what you already own, if that makes sense. Thanks for your review. I'm now going to pick up Vendetta Forever when it wasn't even on my radar, and I just picked up Arizona 1 by money. Yeah, I get that. Honestly. There's just so much shit coming out, which is good for the platform. But obviously a fair bit of cash. Let's go to the upgrade on PSVR Reddit. Yeah. You're the max distance because you're a big ass head. Honestly, it's so crazy. I never even thought about eye distances, but mine are literally like here. It's mad. Big brain, big head, Marty. Exactly. Jamie, you've heard anything about Arcane Age recently? I think it'll make 2024 slip into 2025. I honestly have not heard much about Arcane Age at all. I can't, yeah. I literally have heard nothing. I think the devs are still, obviously they're still working on it and that. But I'm not in kind of talking with them very often. There's a couple devs who I really do have back and forth with. Perp Games now, obviously really in touch, and a couple others. But for the Arcane Age ones, I kind of follow their socials. I think they know of me for when the game's ready, so I can cover it, but I don't know too much else apart from that. I feel like gluing my prescription lenses on as they keep moving about. Obviously, I won't, but they need a better design. Yeah, maybe that's due to IPD distance, because I never find that they do really move around much. But yeah, I guess looking up, they might slip back a little bit for some people. On Facebook, they said Arcane Age is done and Sony are reviewing it. Oh, in that case, then, yeah, I think it'll make this year. Oh my god, Brass Lantern. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brass Lantern. Holy shit, man. That's ridiculous. Again, let me just, like, speed through all this. But using your Steam Deck for almost a year now, it's perfect to play story games. I had a middle moment when I was playing Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. But best case is playing my backlog. Fantastic. Okay, that's exactly what I want to hear. Smaller, older Steam games, PS5 remote play. I hear that's quite easy to do, actually. And emulation. A lot of story games, Resident Evil remakes to visual novel horror stuff. Fantastic to hear. Yeah, I'm excited to get mine. In the next couple of weeks, I'll get an OLED, I think. But yes, okay, now we're down to brass lanterns. The donation of £10 or $9.99 for new underwear when you do your Phasmophobia live stream. Yeah, we'll have to do a live stream or something with that. Either Madison, Phasmophobia. I'm gonna like your comment there because that's crazy. Thank you, man. Everyone's been so generous this stream. This is ridiculous. So ridiculous. In fact, I don't know where I am in Halo anymore, but that's okay. God damn. But yeah, I think if that's something you guys would want, I'm definitely down to do a live stream. Something along those lines. I've swapped to old graphics. Look how hideous this looks. Or new graphics. Look at this. What are these? What are these lines? They just ruined it. Anyway. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Lauren Thol, for becoming a hero as well, a member. Thanks so much, man. Thank you, Brass Lantern, once again. That's you guys are too you guys are too generous, man. Yeah, welcome, Lauren Thol. Welcome. From the early days of Battlefield, you're now a member. That's the what a day. Thank you, guys. Oh no. Yeah, big shout out to Lauren Thol though for being there. Like, obviously a lot of you guys have been here for a long time. A long time for me being a couple years. Lauren Thol's been like since the Battlefield days of me doing Battlefield content, and now he's here for the VR stuff, which is amazing. Baz is going to be crazy on PSVR. It is, with those OLED panels, is going to be amazing. I just hope the port's good, you know. I hope the resolution's good. I know it's reprojected. That's not a deal breaker for me, really. But I'm just hoping that some of the jank has been ironed out a little bit from the PC stuff. Because I know some of the jank is a bit of the fun of it, because Phasmo is a janky game. How the fuck do I get up here? Honestly, I've lost... Those donations have fried my brain. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But yeah, it's God, yeah, my brain is fried. It's one of the ones where I hope the port's good, right? They've had a year longer than they thought they did to do this port. So please. Battlefield 1 has had me in a chokehold for a month now. It's a fantastic game. Just got EA anti-cheat on PC, so unfortunately doesn't work on Linux anymore. But if you're playing on PC, normally on Windows, then you'll be having a much better time with it. Because from today, I think, the anti-cheat has gone live, and people are already reporting that it's a much easier game. So, that's good. Member stream coming soon. Oh, we should do that. I think that would be cool. Obviously, I love doing live streams like this. Members as well get access to an extra video a month, which is kind of like a podcast style. A bit like this, but more insight into the creative process and VR in general and what's going on. Just as a little thank you, among other perks. Am I going to get killed by jackals here, man? I'm going to get killed by jackals. Oh my god. We should get a VR game with that Battlefield feeling. I'm going to go out here and die. Here we go. I wish so too. I think it will come eventually. I know Wardust tried it. That shit failed horrendously, but it's because it's a indie dev and online games are really hard to get player bases for. I've known about your channel since your Lego animations. What? What? Who are you, Cosmonaut? That's crazy. That's sick, though. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I did a lot of animations. I still do sometimes. I only have time for maybe 1 or 2 a year now. I do have one in post at the moment that I'm kind of editing. But yeah, I did a lot of stop motion back when I was younger. And I still try to because it's a very cool like art form. And I like seeing things explode with Lego, so... If you don't own any Hitman games, which one do you buy? For the VR thing, buy, like, the whole collection, I think. Oh, fucking, I don't know. Check the PSVR subreddit. They have a really good guide there. I've just bought all of them, because I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong, and then sit there on release day and think, oh, balls. I've got another game to play, you know? Battlefield Bad Company 2 is great. I played a little bit of Bad Company 2. The servers are offline now, which is sad, right? But, yeah, really cool game. Maybe I should play 1 through 3. Yeah, you should play 1 through 3 Hitman, yeah. My first Battlefield was 3, so I hear all these great things about Bad Company, never played it. Yeah, it's I mean, I don't know how active the servers would be anyway, but I feel like, yeah, they are down now. But they were up for a very long time. I just wish, I don't know, they kind of work with the community to keep those games up more than they do. Wonder if we'll like get more Medal of Honor in VR. Oh, maybe. That would be cool. Because that was a couple years ago now, wasn't it, that game? To get James Cameron back, that was the reason Medal of Honor was a thing in the flat screen. He would even make a great VR game. Avatar VR. There you go. Get that. The first Bungie game I played was Pathways into Darkness in 1993. I've never played that. I played Marathon, the original, but I've never played Pathways into Darkness. What is that? I'm going to go around this corner. I'm going to get stabbed. Oh, no. This was so terrifying as a kid. I'm dead. There we go. That's how that's my sleeping pose right there is what Chief just did. Load times with good SSDs. Let's go. I'll reload that tank shell in BF1 VR. That'd be so cool. Imagine a tank crew game in VR. Like, you could jump in with a crew of people and all do different roles. Like, have you seen that clip of the, I think, I want to say they're playing, they're playing, like, World of Tanks or War Thunder. And there's, like, a group of people with, like, a tank setup. It's not VR or anything. Oh, my God. I'm being slapped here. But, they've got, like, a whole setup with, like, the tank shells they load in and everything. Imagine that in VR. You get a bit of that in Pavlov, actually, don't you? In the World War II mode. But nobody plays the World War II mode. If we do a Pavlov lobby with, like, you guys, we'll do, obviously, a bit of TTT. But we'll need to do some of the World War II mode, because it's genuinely really fun. And you get a tank, and you can be a tank crew. That's one of my favorite Pavlov videos, is that one with the tank crew. That's really cool. Jamie, I do Lego and Battlefield content, so you're a perfect person to watch growing up. Man, that's so cool. That's like a demographic of viewer that I never knew existed. Uh-oh, hello friend. Yeah, like, Battlefield and Lego is a perfect mesh because you can just do big battles in stop motion, which is exactly what I did. Oh my god, I'm not doing well on health. Okay, we're chilling. But yeah. That was also the stuff me growing up was watching stop motions. Like Forest Fire 101 and stuff like that. My first Halo C experience was the Macintosh version. I did actually play that once, I think, that port. Back on an old Mac. Because it was originally meant to be a Macintosh game, right? Marathon was awesome. Pathways into Darkness was more Wolfenstein 3D, like, I see, okay. Bad Company 2 and Halo 3 multiplayer. Jesus, I lost some serious hours to those two. Yeah, Halo Reach multiplayer was the one for me when I was younger, with the 4-player split screen. It was really, really cool. What's the best way to use PSVR2 with PSVR headphones or with Pulse? I'm confused. What do you mean by that? Do you mean the earbuds it comes with? I think they're perfectly fine, to be honest. They're alright. Assault on the Control Room. Who said that was their favorite level before? Because you're kind of correct. It is a great level. Yeah, okay. Back to the headphones. I think Pulse is fine. I do find that these slip back on my head a bit, so I kind of have a look up and they go like that, which isn't great. But that's why I've got on my headset. Session number 2. I've got this head strap bit. Ow, don't bonk your mic. There we go. So it essentially stops them from going back on my head. Well, I would say the Pulse is fine, but if you like the little headphones, like the earphones, they're perfectly fine as well. So yeah, don't feel like you're missing out really, massively. Obviously, the audio will be better with over-ears, especially if you like your audio and you pay attention closely to how your audio is. But if you're perfectly happy with the earphones, then just keep using them. Especially since the Pulses can be kind of expensive for what they are. Goodbye, Lauren. Have a good one, man. I would like Dino Crisis in VR. I need to play Dino Crisis. I'm a big dinosaur fan. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. And games like that, I hear a lot about them, and I would love to play them, and I should. Maybe that's a Steam Deck emulation one I should do when I get my Steam Deck. Originally, Halo was supposed to be an RTS, an evolution of their Myth sold by a game engine. Yes, I did see the original, the original Chief model for the RTS game is really cool. But I do really like the footage of that. And then obviously we got Halo Wars later, didn't we? And then Microsoft bought Bungie and made Halo an FPS. I see. Speaking of stop motion, are you excited for Midnight Walk? I'm so excited for Midnight Walk, man. It looks fantastic. It really does. It's just got that like Tim Burton-esque art style that I haven't seen before in gaming really for a while. It has that Little Nightmares feel as well. God, if Little Nightmares got a VR port, I'd be so happy. That's one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, Midnight Walk looks fantastic. I still want to know more about it. I kind of don't. I might go blind into it, to be honest. I'll get in touch with the devs saying, hello, I would like to play the game. And then I think I'll just shut off from it. Because a game like that is probably best experience just going into it. Like Little Nightmares, I knew nothing about it when I played it. And it became one of my favorite games of all time. So maybe Midnight Walk will be the same. What's your favorite flat screen game and your favorite VR game of all time? Ooh, flat screen game. God, that's tough. Favorite VR game of all time might be a bit easier to answer. It kind of changes a lot. If you asked me 2 months ago, I would have said Gran Turismo 7. Because here I don't have my sim rig set up, so I can't really sim race. But when I was at home, like doing sim racing like that, God, it was so addictive, and I just love it. So I would have said Gran Turismo 7. A year ago, I would have told you Resi 4, because I really love playing that. Yeah, there's so many different... Oh, no, not you again. Not you again. Don't follow me down here. Please leave. Okay, he's killed himself. Okay. Maybe at the moment, though. As for VR, favorite VR game, I'm going back to Blade and Sorcery a lot. But it changes, you know. I can't really give you a definitive answer, unfortunately. But at the moment, Blade and Sorcery is my most played, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But overall, I mean, GT7 is always up there. The Resi games are always up there. Horizon Call the Mountain goes up there sometimes as well, if I've played some really cool levels again. Tim Burton-esque. Yeah, that's what I'd... Yeah. That's what I'd describe Midnight Walk as. As for flat screen games, like Halo's always going to be up there. Little Nightmares is always going to be up there. There's probably a lot more as well. If you gave me like a week to mull it over, I'd give you a long list. But yeah, it's one of those ones where it depends what I'm playing at the time as well. Wait till we get Light No Fire in VR. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. I'm assuming, I think they're going to have it. I think it's going to happen. It might struggle to run a little bit, maybe, if it's like more demanding than No Man's Sky. But I do think we'll get it. Because Hello Games seem to be all in on VR. They've got a VR headset, basically every VR headset known to man in their studio, so I'd be very surprised if they didn't. Lost in Random was really cool. Same dev as Midnight Walk. Same Tim Burton art style. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right, actually. I did see the trailer for Lost in Random. It might have been the Game Awards a little while ago. And I thought that looks really interesting, but it's not really my type of game. But... yeah, have I not pressed this? There we go. There we go, now we go. Yeah, Lost in Random didn't do that well, did it? Which is kind of sad. But hopefully this one will. I think this one will. I think it'll find an audience. No Man's Sky has dropped a new update today. That's might be what I go and record after this for tomorrow's video. It's either that or if I'm too tired, Into the Radius video. There's 2 more Into the Radius videos like ready to go. And that's to the end of the game. Then I'll probably do like a supercut like I've done with Resident Evil. That's another one that's coming out, Resident Evil 4 supercut at some point. I can't really give a date on that though because it depends on what's going on. If it's kind of a slow news day, for PSVR2 or slow update day or no games coming out, then that's when I usually put out a video like that, you know. Smack. Smack. No, come back. Alien Smacking Simulator. The Cursed is called. So is that an expedition on the No Man's Sky update? I didn't really read it too much. I'm just gonna hop into it later and have a look. GTA 5 is probably my favorite flat screen game. Predictable, I know. Are you excited for GTA 6? I'm very excited for it, but I'd love to see. I mean, obviously that's kind of the dumbest question I could possibly ask. Everyone, their mum, is excited for GTA 6. But I mean, a VR implementation of something like that would be awesome as well. Obviously, we got San Andreas announced for Quest, but that didn't materialize, unfortunately, and now it's just kind of on hold. But like, I think a GTA 5 VR mode would kind of... surely it's just a money printer, right? Into the Radius sends my anxiety through the roof. So stressful. It is stressful, yeah. I would recommend, on my playthrough, I've turned down... what have I turned down? I think it's anomaly spawn rate. Just because I don't really find that aspect of the game that fun. I can't really explain why. So I've got them turned down a little bit. Because otherwise it just gets a bit much. But I get what you mean. There's a ship that looks like the Millennium Falcon incoming on No Man's Sky. Hello, Hippie Pickle. Hello, welcome. Yes, I think that's what I saw on the... on their Twitter, maybe, was that I was like, why have they added the Falcon from Star Wars? I'm not complaining, but interesting. Copyright infringement. Nah, maybe not. San Andreas for any system in VR will be a system seller. It would, like Batman, I think, is a system seller as well, to be honest. Nice. Actually, let's get some Marines and a Warthog. How you doing, Hippie Pickle? How's everything going? Hippie Pickle is a fellow content creator for PSVR. There's a lot of No Man's Sky, so if you have any No Man's Sky questions, go and ask him. This Marine, I wanted him to get him a Warthog and shoot the turret. He's just gone in a ghost by himself. I might flip him upside down. What a disappointment. Was San Andreas for VR meta cancelled? It's kind of like they've said it's indefinitely just like put on hold, I think. Which is really disappointing, because if any like VR property is going to really make waves, it's going to be something like that, right? Hello, Roman Plays. Welcome. What time is it? Almost 7. We're only been live for an hour, so we'll probably go for another like, half an hour or so. I'm really enjoying this, though. I kind of like this format of just being able to waffle about things, you know? Any Rockstar VR game in VR resurrect. I would love to see... Red Dead. Obviously, that's a big one that people have played on PC VR with mods and really like it. I would love to play Red Dead in VR, man. It's one of those worlds where I do get into chilling in the flat screen. Like, I can sit there and just fish for ages or something, or hunt. But in VR, that would be completely, like, different beast, I think. I would lose so much time. PSVR 1 had LA Noire? Yeah, it did. God, I remember that. Resurrect the Asian Project. Never heard of that. Was it ever going to come out? Adrian Parker says, I'm assuming you mean the San Andreas? I'm not sure, to be honest. My God, imagine not playing a video game for the first time. You get all these controls thrown in your face. I'm not sure if it ever was really on the cards for coming out. I can't drive this thing. I never really found the tank in this game to be the most intuitive thing to control, I will admit. Let me fire again. Do you reckon Light No Fire will get a VR mode? Yes. I think so. They're clearly testing... Obviously, they're testing their Light No Fire tech in No Man's Sky with like the water update and stuff. Just to see, you know, how it works, I guess. And also just to improve No Man's Sky. But I also think through that they can test whether these systems work in VR. And we can see that they do, and Light No Fire will have them. That means Light No Fire should get a PSVR2 mode, I think. I would place a bet on it. I would bet money on that. Anyone want to place a bet on that? Question, Jamie. Any clues as to when Trombone Champ is dropping? As a huge rhythm action fan, I'm literally salivating for it. I think the release date is being announced today or tomorrow, or at some point this week. They said on their Twitter the release date is coming soon. So, oh no. So you won't be waiting too long, I don't think. It's definitely this year, but the release date is very soon. This is Halo, Hippie Pickle. I love a bit of Halo, and modern times call for something to be playing in the background while I waffle, and that is Halo. Also quite topical because the remaster or remake has just kind of not been announced, but it's been soft announced. It's definitely happening for this game, so I say definitely. It's like all but happened internally. I think No Man's Sky is a prototype for Light No Fire. It is 100%. 100% it is. I think every time I see an update come out in a technical sense for No Man's Sky, I'm like, yeah, you're testing it for the next game, aren't you? Agent was a Rockstar PlayStation exclusive that never came out. I might have to do a deep dive on that in my own time, because I've never heard of that before. They teased for years, but never happened. How do I not know about this? How long ago was this? I feel very uncultured. That's kind of sucks, though. But teasing a game for that long, it's like teasing GTA 6 and they'd be like, sorry guys, we cancelled it. I think that would break my brain. Asgard's Wrath is free with Quest Plus right now. Very good game from what I hear. Very, like, expansive game as well. A load of content, a load of work been put into that. Does PSVR2 have a Battlezone VR equivalent? Not really, and it kind of sucks it doesn't. PS2 error for Agent, okay. Yeah, Battlezone was really cool on PSVR 1. Not anything really like it that I can think of on PSVR 2 in terms of those like tank firing stuff. So it needs a port. Stuff like that needs a port. Agent was Vaporwave. It was rumored to be a spy game. You played an agent. It could have been a secret agent, double agent. I see. You're too young, bro. It was donkeys years ago. Yeah, maybe. Still though, yeah. I mean, back in the PS2 era, I was just a little child. I didn't know what I was doing. I did play... I don't know, my first console that I played on was the Xbox original with Halo. And I still can't figure out how to drive this fucking thing. I'm stuck. I think I'll just leave it, you know. We'll go on foot. But I played the PS2 at a friend's house with Battlefront, the original Star Wars Battlefront. And I did play on PS3. I remember playing Little Big Planet a lot on PS3. It was PS3, then PS4 rumored game. That kind of whacks it in the middle of like Red Dead 2 development, I guess. Like in terms of dev time, maybe. Asgard's Wrath 2, Jesus, that seriously heats up my Quest 3. It's a big old game. It's like a... It requires a lot. I definitely should not have gone out of my tank. But I think... Making me feel so old, Jammy. I was definitely adult in the PS2 days. Yeah, I apologize. Mind you, some would argue I'm not an adult now. We're gonna sit here and get this tank out of this. I've actually soft locked. Oh my god, is it in the floor? Oh, go on. Go on, physics engine from 2001. You don't know it. You don't know the joy of loading games from cassettes, having to go out and play for half an hour only to find it crashed. Speaking of cassettes, actually, I was going to show you this earlier. Where have I put it? It's over here. One sec. Basically, the guys over at Vendetta Forever, they sent like a bag and a t-shirt because the game's coming out tomorrow. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen this. But look at it's the soundtrack for the game. Hang on, let me just cover that so it focuses. It's a cassette of the soundtrack, which is sick. And I haven't opened this, so I'm gonna open it now. That is the I don't want to like. I'm so scared I'll like break this somehow. But that is so cool. Oh, there's a digital download code in there as well. This is one of 50. There's only 50 of these made, maybe. That's really cool. The soundtrack's amazing for that game, by the way. But yeah, that's so sick. So I want to show that off. Speaking of cassettes, I needed a segue into showing that off. I need a little. Do they make like Walkman anymore? Can I buy one of those? I really want one because I want to like. I don't know. I have a lot of records, so I listen to those, but I don't really listen to cassettes at all. But I don't know. There's something neat about having like analog audio stuff, you know? Everyone's talking about things that I don't understand. Oh my god. Isn't B99 like Battlezone? I don't know. That's B99 overclocked, right? I never really played that. Best mate at a C64, Arcadion Spectrum 48K, 20 minutes into load on cassette. I do have to admit, I'm slightly lost. I'm slightly lost by what is being talked about here in the... Okay, no, I do follow. Okay, I don't know what Adrian Parker, I don't know what the fuck that means. You guys are understanding each other there, and that's all that matters. I've also discovered that my ability to play video games devolves very quickly as soon as I need to speak. Because, like, I would have finished this mission about 20 minutes ago if I wasn't streaming. I don't know how people stream and play games. I don't understand. How do you speak coherently and not have a complete meltdown of what you're playing? There we go. You can get a cassette to MP3 thing. I got on some digital old stuff. Would I be able to play through, like, just play that? Or is that just cassette to MP3 like I could record the cassette onto an MP3? Or would I be able to just play the cassette straight into headphones from something like that? That'd be cool. I do just want to listen to my little soundtrack. That's so cool. But again, yeah, I said thank you to Endreams on Twitter. I'll say thank you to them again on this little stream. Thank you, Endreams. They're probably cool. Hello, Marines. Oh, these are all meant to sit on my tank from earlier, but I don't have my tank anymore. So they'll just walk. You will never know the struggle, Jammy. 80s computer gaming was something else. I don't, yeah, luckily everything's just plug it in work. Unless you're on PC, actually. Then you plug it in, it doesn't work. It doesn't tell you why it doesn't work for 20 minutes. And then you kind of, oh my, oh! And then you like, you mess about, oh my god, I'm back here, okay. Maybe it's another mission time. I've spent too long. But yeah, I honestly, like, PSVR sometimes just does my head in. Things just don't. You're like, can you do this, please? And it's like, nah. Okay, Halo 2, maybe. That's kind of, I can start fresh. Not be killed by sword elites. We'll go Delta Halo. Go normal. We'll go bandana as well. I don't want to have ammo to worry about. I found I'm too cognitively stupid to talk and play at the same game. Didn't mean to gear out the chat retro talk. Nah, it's great. I'm learning so much. If you have the digital code, you don't need a cassette player. Keep the cassette pristine. But what if I want to listen to the cassette? Or will the audio... I don't know. There's just something about it. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I'll just use the digital code. And keep this like as its own little thing. Can I skip this? Yes. Look how cool this is, though. I'm excited. Yeah, maybe I just digital download it and I don't play the cassette. Maybe that's better. Manic Miner was your first game. Like, we were just playing my first game with Halo CE, and everyone's talking about games that I've never heard of. But I'm sure they're good. Resi VR is the Christmas gift we need. Yes, it is. It is. Honestly, I could see them doing it at the Game Awards if the release date wasn't before the Game Awards, which it is before the Game Awards. So I don't see them doing it at the Game Awards. You feel me? Felix and the Evil Weevils. You're making shit up now, man. That's not real. That's not real. You're actually making shit up. Oh my god, I'm just reading chats. I'm getting killed. It's okay. I need to... I've been drawn into my chat screen on the right time. We walk so you could run. Yeah. Maybe I'll just throw myself off this cliff because I'm too stupid to understand this talk. What the fuck is a Felix and the Evil Weevils, man? Somebody in a boardroom sat down, or like a little dev studio sat down and went, we're going to make a video game. What are we going to call it? Oh yeah, I know. Oh, there's nobody on that turret. That's actually crazy. That there are so many... I'm so, you know, naive. And I'm just here with my video games that work. And I'm getting schooled now about things that you have to kind of like blow on the cassette and then shake it and then douse it in oil and then it'll run. Yeah, my first game was Halo CE, so it's that gives you a bit of perspective, which I still think some people in my audience definitely would not know anything about, like the original Halo games. You know, maybe they played Infinite, maybe they're just a Call of Duty person. I don't know. So I still feel like that's an okay benchmark to have, you know. Original Elite would have been a platform affair. Beyond the title, my memories of the actual game are pretty vague. Like Elite Dangerous Elite? Dragonlance was fun its day. Yeah, I played Elite Dangerous. Never blew a cassette, it's not an NES cartridge. Yeah. I used to do that with the DS cartridges though. Because they never used to work. We'd have action replay for DS that was like, it gave you like cheats for like the Pokemon games, and you'd have to blow on it and make it work. Yeah, Elite is like one of the ones where I have actually played, I think, an emulation of the original game. which is kind of crazy to look at that and then look at the most recent Elite Dangerous game. I look at Star Citizen now as well. Like, space games have come on so long. Hello, Phantom.
Hey, get ready now.
Let the tape load on the data set for 10 minutes, then smack it and it would run. Elite was on the black and white wireframe graphics. Yeah, that's what I've seen and played a bit of, is the wireframe graphics. That, just comparing that to where Elite is now is crazy. Actually ridiculous. Like, that's wild. What's the Steam game where you deliver stuff in space? Dangerous Company. Lethal Company. We've done a video of that on the channel a little while ago. The VR mod for that is so good. Yeah, that's a cool one. It's really it's like the same vibe as Phasmophobia, where you're like doing stuff in a group. You're basically getting paid minimum wage to almost kill yourself. Fantastic game. And very good VR mod. I forget, is it like Excess or something does the VR mode for it, and it's genuinely really, really good. The A80's Edmondson game. I'm so lost. I'm sure somebody in chat will have no idea what I'm well, we'll be on the same wavelength as me. We'll have no clue what's going on. That's so it's okay. Dragon's Lair on Laserdisc at my old arcade. Let's see Lethal Company or Chop Chop Charlie VR. Lethal Company VR does exist with the mod. So if you're on PC, just download the mod. It's pretty easy. But don't expect it to come to PS, because I don't think it will. I bought Elite Dangerous on PS4 because I was convinced they would patch it for PSVR, but they never did. Me too. Obviously now, like, I'm a lot more savvy to what's going to be made and what's not going to be made. I mean, some things still really do take me by surprise, like the Hitman reveal, though. Like, absolutely. If you watch my reaction on the Without Parole clip, I'm literally like, what? Because I never would have considered that even happening. But back then, I had no clue about really anything, so I was in the same boat. And even some people were saying that it could happen as well, like, genuinely. So I also was sitting there with my PSVR waiting for Elite to be ported. And then they completely stopped, oh my god. They completely stopped the console port of it anyway. Like, they don't work on it anymore. This game where you're a party and has to be a complete bastard of acid meat and everything. What the fuck? Star Citizen, yeah. I mean, the new, they revealed, so what's it called? Squadron 42 with, like, Gary Oldman and Mark Hamill. That's, like, officially a thing now. They had a 1-hour gameplay expo of it yesterday, which looks really good, but, yeah, it's Star Citizen, so we'll just have to see, really. It's one of the ones where you can't really trust it until it's in the hands of people. Okay, time me to lock in, because whenever I'm looking at chat, I just get killed. Alright, there we go. We're cooking now. Elite started out as early 80s machines, universal wireframe graphics, amazing how far we've come. Yeah, it's just nuts to look at that. And to think you can run that in virtual reality as well on PC is crazy. I wish they continue console support properly, though. Mark Hamill also voiced Wing Commander back in the day. Ah, that might be like why he took this on, to be honest, then, right? He's such a talented voice actor, man. His joke is so good. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. Eve Valkyrie needs to come back. Yeah. I do miss that game. It was the first game to give me motion sickness. Where's Eve Valkyrie? I almost threw up after playing that for a while. Jeremy's Retro Corner. It's more like your guys' Retro Corner, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Here comes our ride.
Space Invaders. Okay, I know that one. I know that one. I'm not that silly.
I got a good view coming in. There's a big building in the middle of this island.
Yeah, it's more like your Retro Corner than mine, because I'm not educated enough. I'm learning. This is a lesson. What physical games are coming to PSVR2? The red list hasn't been updated in a while. I know Behemoth is, but that's coming out in February or January. The physical disc, I think. The actual launch is still in December. as it always has been since the delay, but I think the physical edition is coming out later. But that one is being physical. I recently got a PSVR 2 and noticed mirror. Do you know why I can clearly see it in the dark at night, but I don't see it in static black backgrounds like the main menu? Honestly, I'm not smart enough really to, or knowledgeable enough, I should say, to... I mean, I'm not smart enough, but I'm not knowledgeable enough is the main thing about that to really identify. I think mirror-wise, it does depend on how the game renders, maybe. Because I feel like some games, like Madison, I don't really see mirror in, and then Kayak VR without... I have the exposure slider all the way up, so I don't see that, like, it's so bright, there's no mirror at night. But if you have it on the normal exposure setting, there is mirror, and maybe it is due to the rendering, for some reason. What's your most anticipated game? Behemoth still. Excited for Metro. That's ramping up now, my excitement for that, because it's very soon. But Behemoth probably, and Phasmo as well. Phasmo for... God, there's so many good games. Was Valkyrie just like a tech demo on PSVR? It was more like an actual game, really. Like, it was a bit of a tech demo in terms of not like it doesn't have as much content as like Star Citizen or like Elite Dangerous, but it was like its own fully fledged game thing, you know. Hope everyone has a thumbs up. Oh, thanks, man. You guys are too kind, honestly. It's just like absolutely ridiculous the amount of support. VR is some of the best communities out there. PSVR tenfold as well. Let's put this bridge down. Yeah, I'll probably wrap things up in like 10-15 minutes or so, but... Or maybe earlier if I feel it. But I wanted to stream today because... It's just a load of fun. Will you forgive me when I do want in a moment go watch the footy? I will forgive you. Don't worry, we'll wrap things up soon anyway. And the football is important. It is. And not for me, because I'm more of an F1 person. That being said, the last F1 race was very, very good, if you watch that. But... Yeah, you're all good. Go and watch the football. Enjoy your time, man. Hitman, most anticipated for me. PSVR 1 game is still my top 5 VR games despite its limitations. Yeah, I did. Yeah, honestly, like I'm so in the dark about Hitman because I didn't really play it much on the original PSVR. That's why I'm excited about it as well. Is because I'm going into this completely like this is going to be my first real exposure to it. Like Resident Evil 7 and 8 were my first exposures to Resident Evil. And I did that in VR, so. CCP made Valkyrie. The Chinese Communist Party made Valkyrie. That's crazy. Stop support on VR and went back to developing EVE Online. I see. It was part of the demo disc, yeah. They need to do that again. The demo disc for PSVR 1 was really cool. F1 is exciting this year, I hear. Verstappen may not win. Maybe. I would still put my money on him. But... Like, Norris has kind of thrown away a lot of his chances. Not all his fault, but it's an exciting one for, like, Red Bull, and the Constructors is not going to win at all, I don't think. Anyway, enough of F1 talk. That's me. I could ramble for ages. Yeah, it's an exciting year. If you're into motorsport, it's a great year to be into it. But I'm going to the F1 next year. I'm going to Belgium, and I'm going to... God, that difference in lighting is crazy. And I'm going to... Suzuka. So if there are any Japanese people watching or Belgian people watching and you're going to the F1, have a look around in the general admission. I may be there. Well, I will be there. You may find me. Have a great night all. Much love. Come on, you Reds. Who are the Reds? I don't know, but come on them. Hope you enjoy your match. I'll see you later, man. IndyCar for me. Yeah, IndyCar is genuinely a really, really good, like, racing series to watch. I'm not really as knowledgeable on that as I am of like, F1. And I do follow the esports racing as well, like the Gran Turismo Trophy Cup, whatever it's called. And F1, PSGL, and stuff like that. But, yeah, obviously people know I like racing. I'm not the best at it, but I do like it. Cheapest GP to attend. Yeah, Belgium's tickets pretty cheap. Japan is the cheapest to attend tickets wise. Yeah, you're right. Luckily, I'm going there for other reasons as well, not just the GP. I'll probably do a vlog on it, because I do like to vlog on the channel sometimes. I'll make a video on it, but yeah, it's a nice bonus on top of the trip. I wouldn't probably, I wouldn't spend that money just to go there, because it's too expensive. Getting my first ever PC at 4090 soon, so hopefully F1 will be playable in VR. Still still learning how it'll all work. Yeah, I'd say F1 should work on a 4090. You'd struggle to get it not working. It's optimized like shit, but with a 4090 you'll be fine. Because I can get it to a... Oh no, that's a grenade. I can get it to a playable state on my 6700 XT. So I think you'll be okay on a 4090. It does have really bad frame time issues though. That's the biggest issue for me. Would love to go. Never been to a race yet. Silverstone is such a rip-off. It is. That's why me and my partner basically were looking at going to races because we're both into the F1. And I was like, we can go to Silverstone, but it's a genuine, like, the whole trip for Belgium will probably be around like 500, 600 pound. Whereas Silverstone, for good seats, can be that just for the ticket. And then you don't have a place to stay. You don't have parking included in that either. It's just crazy. My go-to VR racing title on PC is Automobilista 2. Works straight out of the box in VR. A bit like the new Assetto Corsa is meant to be, right? That's why I love GT7 though, is it just works. You just plug it in and it works. It's fantastic.
Careful, we're coming up on another structure.
God, I miss playing GT7 with my rig. I'm going back to where my sim rig is soon. So I do live in like two places, one for study, one not for study. My sim rig is in the one that I'm not at currently. I have missed out. Because it genuinely, racing in VR is like nothing else. I get FOMO from it. I get like withdrawal symptoms. Spa would be my choice. Awesome circuit. It is, honestly. I'm in... Oh my god, I shouldn't have got out of the tank. I'm in general, like, one of the general emission areas, and you can get on Radeon, like, to see it. So,
Pelican inbound.
I'm excited.
Let's clear a landing zone.
There are a couple, like, turns that I really want to be sat at. And then for Suzuka, I'm in a decent place as well by Spoon, I think, which is a good corner to be at. Difficult corner. If you want a cheap Grand Prix, you could do worse than the Irish Cheesemakers Association annual Grand Prix for cheeses. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I need Wipeout on PSVR2. That was one of the games that was on like that Twitter thread the other day, where someone was like, I really want this game on PSVR2, and Wipeout was one of them. And I agree, man. Just a fantastic PSVR 1 game. I really enjoyed it. They do race it at Cheddar. You going to EGX the weekend, Jamie? Unfortunately not. There's a couple of like... Oh god. A couple of events like that I would really like to go to. There's one down in... It's not EGX. In London. Where's the exact place? Guildford. There's one of the gaming events there that I'd really like to go to. But unfortunately not. Kind of a mix of like travel and also just scheduling stuff. I'm a bit all over the place over the next month in terms of location. But one of these days I'll get around somewhere. I'm waiting for the day where Brian hops into my DMs and says, do you want to come to PAX and meet the Gamecat crew? I'm joking. I'm not really joking. Come on, Brian. But yeah, no, I'm kidding. That'd be really cool though. Even if I just like, obviously not have Brian escort me out there in the 5-star wagon I'm sure they get. But just to kind of get there myself would be sick. To meet everybody would be a dream come true. Oh. Okay. You're going Saturday, that's awesome. I just the vibes at the gaming events. Because like gaming events are not a thing of the past, but obviously there's no E3 anymore. We kind of got to take what we get. But the events that I see around are really, really cool. And I'd like to go. Piste moved EGX from the NEC to London. I didn't realize they moved it. I'm not really too keyed in. I kind of know what it is, but I'm not like really knowledgeable about the history. Love your content. I was wondering if you had any suggestions to fix scratches. Notice there's tiny scratches on the left lens. I mean, if you can't really get them off with like a microfiber cloth, you might be a bit buggered. The question is, do they show up when your eyes are in the lenses, like close when you're playing? If they do, that's a bit of an issue. You might want to talk to Sony, even though that's one of the most horrendous things to do, is try and talk to Sony about repairs, because they're just not great. But yeah, I mean, have a go with it with a microfiber cloth. Maybe it's not that deep scratches, or maybe it's just like, sometimes scratches are just like the dirt that's come off something else that's on the lens. But if it is little scratches, there's not too much you can really do about that, I don't think. They mixed it with Comic-Con, so not really a full game show. Ah, I see. That's cool, though. I've been to the Welsh Comic-Con a couple times. I did a bit of work at one of the stalls there a couple years back. Fingers crossed on some VR. Yeah. You should totally come to PAX. I want to go next year. Went this year, but the first day I missed out on meeting everyone. Ah, that sucks. Not you going to PAX, because that's awesome, but missing out on meeting everyone. Yeah, next year, maybe. Because it's usually, like, schedule-wise, it would align, I think, on where I'm usually at that point in time. I think I'd be able to. Just to hear Brian say sirens on my end in person. I'll make a note of that. I'll make sure he says it. Yeah, that is the infamous without parole. Keep on trucking. Your dreams are there waiting for you to reach out and grab them, then materialize. Yeah, don't let your dreams be dreams. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I do want to get down to... I do want to get down to PAX at some point. One, just to see like the atmosphere of a place like that, because I think that'd be really cool. But also, yeah, to meet everybody. Because it's such like a cool little community in the VR and PSVR2 space. Get lenses, best thing ever. My PSVR2 got scratched from my specs. Yeah, if you wear glasses, get lenses, man. Even if you don't wear glasses. Like, I don't need glasses, luckily. That dude? Yeah. But if you do need glasses, it's kind of a no-brainer. Hello, Chrome Colossus. Welcome, man. Yeah, if you need glasses, just honestly, lenses are such like a no-brainer. Just get them. They'll make your life so much easier. Honestly, my ones are like, it's just peace of mind. Like when I'm cleaning them, it's like if I do get them scratched, all I have to pay to get another like set is like 30, 40 quid, which obviously is a fair bit of money still, but it's nothing compared to buying another £500 headset, you know. That's a bit more. Not something I really want to pay. Just for a little scratch. Big Chrome, r/PSVR representing. Oh, hell yeah. The Reddit's great. Honestly, it's I used to comment and interact a lot more there. Usually, now it's just like I'm very busy with some stuff. A lot of the time, there's always something. But occasionally, I'll hop in and say hello. But I'm always lurking on that subreddit. But it's a fantastic subreddit. It's just, yeah. Lenses seem like a good investment. They are, man. Honestly, if you're worried about scratches at all, even if you aren't, they add a little bit of glare. No matter what the brand, there's always going to be a little bit of glare with that piece of glass in between. But I think they're worth it. Personally. Hello, friend. And that is the end of the mission, I think, after this. My PSVR2 has lenses, only my old PSVR got scratched. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think, to be honest, if I look at my old PSVR, because I didn't have lenses on that either. I didn't know accessories existed for VR headsets back when the old PSVR was a thing. So I think I'll probably have some scratches there as well. I don't really notice the scratches when I play, but it did concern me when I noticed them. Yeah, I mean, in that case, you're probably alright, to be honest. Because if you're putting on a headset and you don't see them, they don't do you any harm. But if you're worried about further ones that maybe you will see, get some lenses or something. Just popping in to say I love the channel. Sorry, that's not what you said at all, Turk. Just popping in to say that I love the content you put out, and please upload more GT7. There is actually, let me check. There's 2 GT7 videos ready to go. But again, it's like the Into the Radius ones. Let me just see here. Yeah, so I've got 2 more. One is another just like normal race video, and then one is kind of discussing the issue of people ramming online. But they'll go out whenever there's free space. It's a bit like a I'll compare YouTube in the sense in how I upload to like a production line where there's always stuff. There's stuff pre-made that's ready to go out, and then there's stuff that goes out, say, a day before, a couple days, you know, before. And everything needs to slot in somewhere. So if I'm away and I need to fill a gap, I'll whack a GT7 video in, or like a No Man's Sky one where I'm just exploring and showing off the game. Because I really enjoy doing those ones, but most of the time it's more like stuff that's towards a certain topic that's topical. But I will definitely get around to more GT7 content. There's stuff ready there. It's just when there's a space on the day and there's nothing else that's going to overtake it. I'm trying to think. If I don't go around to No Man's Sky tomorrow, it'll either be an Into the Radius video or a GT7 video. But if I get around to No Man's Sky, it'll probably be a couple more days until those games pop up again. Any recommendation on where to purchase good lenses? In the description, vrrock.store. Full transparency, I do get a commission through them, but they are the lenses that I use. Yeah, they're on my headset. They're pretty good. I say pretty good. They're pretty fantastic. They're lenses. What can I say? They do have a little bit of glare, but all lenses do. And it's only in really dark situations where you really notice them at all. But they're just good to have. When I get a pair of balls to play Resi 8, I probably won't notice any scratches as I'll have my eyes shut. It's a great game, man. You get around to that. Okay. I think we'll call it there. That's been a lovely stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I didn't expect this many people to hop in and say hello, to be honest. It was a very last minute thing. It wasn't for any event or anything. It's literally just to talk and to catch up. So that's sick. Thank you all. It's been an hour and a half of stream. And all of your support, like Brass Lantern, Andrew Ehrenreich. There were a couple more people donated as well. Feel free to shout yourself out in the comments if I've missed you. But I know there are more people than that. Just donating and showing support is silly, man. It's so nice. Thank you all. I will see you in tomorrow's video, which will be either No Man's Sky or GT7 or Into the Radius. But thank you all for joining me. We'll do this again at some point. Whether it's another just playthrough of a video game like this while we chat, or, you know, if we hop into to do another live stream for an event, we'll see. You're easy to listen to, dude. Always love your content. Thank you, Hippie Pickle. Great stream, Jamie. Great laugh. Great. Get some retro education. It's all right. I've started with my retro education with my little cassette. So now I got to start the rabbit hole. Thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you all later.